Hi, I am Dr. Rita Fields, and I am honored to be a part of Baker College's celebration of Women's History Month. And I'm here to tell you a little bit about me. I am an entrepreneur. I'm a dual CEO, actually. I have an HR consulting firm, Copper Phoenix Consulting, and I'm also the CEO of 313 Industries, Inc., which is a manufacturing corporation. We are specialized in the defense industry and in the automotive industry, and we are federal contractors, and that's very interesting work, particularly being an African American woman CEO in that space. There aren't many of us. In addition to that, I am also the Chief Talent and Strategy Officer at Lighthouse, which is particularly important to me because 30 years ago, I was a client in the shelter of, at the time, South Oakland Shelter, and today is Lighthouse. I was homeless, 17, a runaway, pregnant, and on the street. And 30 years ago, they took me in for about 30 days until I could take a breath and figure out what I needed to do, and it was right before the birth of my son. So it's very much a full circle moment for me to be able to come back and to serve in that capacity. I had been on the board for about 10 years previous to my accepting this position. I'm on several other nonprofit boards in the metropolitan Detroit area. And then the last of the 4 jobs that I have is that I am a professor at the University of Michigan, based in Flint. I am in the School of Management, and I teach both undergraduate and master degree students on business and HR management and operational efficiencies and talent management. So that is 2 minutes about me. I want to be very cognizant of that time. And if I were to leave you with anything, because you may be thinking to yourself, how in the world do you do all of that? I believe in intellectual diversity. And for me, it's very enriching and important for me to keep my mind stimulated. And I have found over the past 10 years of doing this that this is what works for me. And so I don't necessarily recommend it for pretty much anybody. However, if you're someone who also is oriented from that lens of diversity, then you might want to have a couple of interesting, meaty projects going on in your own personal life. So I wish you the very best, and take care. Enjoy Women's History Month.
Today I'd like to speak about 2 women. The first woman is Mary Anderson. While navigating the streets of New York City, she noticed that drivers had trouble in bad weather and had to constantly stop and get out of their car to wipe rain and snow from the windshield. Well, Mary had an idea, and although she was not an engineer, she hired a designer, and the result was a device that had a lever at steering wheel height so the driver could operate it by hand. When the lever was operated, a spring-loaded arm with a rubber band would wipe across the windshield and then return to its starting position. She called it the window cleaning device, and in 1903 she was granted a patent for her invention. Now the second woman is Charlotte Bridgewood. Charlotte was the president of the Bridgewood Manufacturing Company and also an automobile enthusiast. She decided to improve Mary Anderson's manual windshield wiper. Through her manufacturing company, she invented the automatic windshield wiper, and she called it the electric storm windshield cleaner. She was issued a patent in 1917. However, it expired in 1920 because she didn't go into commercial production. So she was not given much recognition for her invention. And in 1922, Cadillac became the first car manufacturer to standardize the automatic windshield wiper. So the next time you're driving down the road in a storm, it's these 2 women who literally had the vision to help us all see clearly down the road.
I graduated in 2021 in the education program here at Baker. I'd like to share about somebody who is important to me, and that somebody was my kindergarten teacher. Her name's Stacy Kuzera, and she has been teaching for about 18 years now. More specifically, what she's done for this profession is, personally, she was my reason that I became inspired to become a teacher. Just briefly, when I was in high school, I went and did a brief student teaching with her, and I can tell you it was the best decision that I've ever made because that made me want to pursue a career in education. She is a remarkable teacher. She inspired many students that I'm aware of, that I went to school with, to follow their dreams and achieve all of their goals. I know multiple students from my district that went on to become teachers just because of her guidance. One thing she told me that has stuck with me was definitely that the most fulfilling part of her career was when her past students, such as I, come back into the classroom and share our success stories and our own lives with her. So that is something that definitely has stood out to me. Some notable achievements and awards or key successes. She has her own scholarship fund for high school students. She's inspiring me and among other teachers to become teachers. She has obtained 2 master's degrees and always inspires the next generation of students that she has, because she has such a light in the life of everyone around her. Just a couple of barriers that she has had to overcome throughout time. Back in around 2004, a large influx of students had come in from different countries, and because of that, we didn't have enough space in our classrooms, so we needed to be placed in trailer classrooms. So acclimating to the new environment and dealing with those obstacles was one issue. And another one was she really had to work through the passing away of her teacher's aide, unfortunately, and then acclimating the students to a new aide. So it was kind of a difficult time. So in short, this historical figure, she's not a traditional figure, but she's definitely important to me. I just wanted to shine a light on this present historical figure that was important to my personal history. It's because of her that I have my degree, and I'm very proud to call myself a graduate of the education program at Baker.
My name is Shauna Burns. I am a Baker College student in the DBA program and am excited to share with you and celebrate Women's History Month by talking about Mary Barra, CEO of General Motors Corporation. Mary began her impressive 40-plus year career at General Motors as a fender and hood panel inspector at the age of 18. Throughout her extensive career, she received multiple degrees, attained a multitude of noteworthy accomplishments, and significantly impacted the entire culture of GM with her wittiness, robust determination, and remarkable talents. It is no wonder why she is the first woman to lead one of the big 3 automakers in the United States. Because of her humble beginnings and growth, she is truly the perfect person to help us understand women's history and her contribution to today's business environment. We salute you, Mary, and thank you for inspiring me, as well as other women across the world.